Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a fantastic day. And without further ado, I don't know why I did that, let's jump right into it. Cardano, one of the largest, most popular blockchain platforms, has announced the imminent, that means now, relaunch of the most ambitious community-focused project yet, known as Project Catalyst. This initiative, representing the latest of Cardano's innovations, is backed by a staggering 50 million ADA. I don't know how much that is, but it looks like a big number, making it the largest funding pool in the Cardano ecosystem to date. Project Catalyst, scheduled for Fund 10 submission window from the 22nd of June to the 13th of July and voting timeline from the 31st of August to the 14th of September, represents a significant leap in on-chain governance. This project allows the Cardano community to shape the platform's growth trajectory directly. Through its mechanism, Cardano enables the community to decide funding for proposals that address various challenges and take advantage of opportunities within Cardano's life cycle. And there's a chart right there. I don't know why it's there, but that sure is amazing. Project Catalyst is designed to foster innovation within the community. Through a series of experiments, it operates by releasing funds every month and a half and inviting community members to submit their proposals. The proposals address challenges identified by the project team or the broader community. So this looks like one of those gigantic community funds. For those of you who've never seen one before, never heard about one before, they're quite common within the cryptocurrency markets. The idea is that there are, allegedly, tons of companies who are always looking to build on top of a platform or on top of a blockchain, cryptocurrency project, you name it. However, a lot of times companies don't have the funding, so the community members of the larger cryptocurrency ecosystems tend to put money to the side, and this one will be a vote where basically I can go forward and say, hey, I'm thinking of making a coin on top of Cardano, and this coin will do X, Y, and Z. It will allow people to be able to do this. It will have smart contracts. And then the community, therefore, gets to vote to see if they like my proposal at all. Maybe it sounds terrible. And if they do like it, then a certain amount of money gets allocated to me. This is what I got from reading around about this proposal. It exists on a couple of other crypto exchanges. A lot of times, a lot of the money tends to be venture capitalist money. So there usually isn't a community fund as much as there is someone behind the scenes saying, okay, here's 100 million and distribute it across a bunch of different cryptocurrency projects, however you actually see fit. So cool. Not the most exciting news that we've ever received before. It appears that this will not be done until September, 14th of September. So it's like in traditional Cardano fashion, where like we hear that something's going to happen. Once again, imminent relaunch, but apparently the voting won't be done until the 14th of September. Not really imminent, but at least it's doing something. And let's see if there's any crazy projects that end up being launched. A lot of times, this is my opinion, after having been in the space for 95 years. I see a lot of projects trying to launch, and they just tend to be mimics or copies of everything else that's already out there. So hopefully someone brings some type of innovation to the Cardano blockchain that makes extra people go, oh my gosh, I should definitely be using that one instead. So cool. Project Catalyst is going to be relaunching. I don't know why it stopped before. On the Cardano blockchain, and a whole bunch of votes are going to be happening, and people will be able to submit their proposals, and then something about the 14th of September news. And yeah, let's move on. In what was supposed to be big news, but it is not, Intercontinental Exchange, otherwise known as ICE, the company who owns the New York Stock Exchange, their company backed BAKKT, literally BAKKT, stupid name, has delisted Solana, Polygon, and Cardano. adding to a growing list of crypto firms ending support for tokens amid a wave of regulatory uncertainty within the United States of America. Why do I say this isn't news? It's because no one's using Bakkt. If you think I'm wrong or I'm lying, if you get a chance on one of your other devices that's maybe next to you or in your hand, or take out your tablet or whatever you need to do, and type in Bakkt, that is BAKKT, and then trading volume. You will see the current trading volume for things on Bakkt. 95% of the time, it is 0% and $0. No one's trading on this platform. For those of you who don't know, Bakkt is a platform that was started in the long ago. I want to say 2019. Back then, getting back, one of the main mantras is that we did not matter in the cryptocurrency space. That's me, you, I, us, normal, regular people. And the people who would elevate and take the cryptocurrency market to the next level were the wealthy people scattered around the world. The idea is that they had so much money, their money was larger than ours. You think I'm joking? I'm not. And therefore, Bakkt launch and Coinbase had a whole bunch of different institutional products that were also only for the very wealthy. You had to prove that you had a lot of money to even use these platforms. Bakkt launched, I think, June 2019, and they expected to dominate the market. Lo and behold, no one used them. They had Bitcoin futures. No one bought them. No one sold them. No one cared. And I assume they have their own cryptocurrency exchange, and people also don't use that one as well. This is why, my personal opinion, why we're seeing so much backlash against Binance, Coinbase, Gemini, and Kraken, and any other crypto exchange that's out there. It's because some of the big boys, the New York Stock Exchange, created Bakkt, and they were trying to get into the cryptocurrency space, and nobody wanted to use them. So I think that because the larger money players have been trying to get a stronghold in the crypto space for a number of years, and it just simply has not worked out. This is why I think we're seeing this aggression now from the SEC to try and discourage, get rid of, or destroy the cryptocurrency exchanges that we have now, so that they can then be replaced once again by our overlords, the people who already control the world of finance. Regulatory pressures have led New York-based digital asset platform Bakkt to delist native tokens Solana, Polygon, and Cardano. Bakkt's general counsel and secretary Mark D'Arnuzio, told Fortune the firm was implementing changes until there's further clarity on how to compliantly offer a more extensive list of coins. And here's the tweet for it right here. Once again, no one actually cares. It's not even. It's major news in that these coins were once again delisted. Wow, scary. It was everywhere. A lot of people were talking about it, but this should not scare anyone because no one's even using Bakkt. They don't have trading volume. Nobody wants to use them. So even on the news, and I know someone out there listened to me on the news that we had before that these coins were being delisted. Understand that they are being delisted in markets within the United States of America. So if you live anywhere else that isn't the us, you can still use these coins. You can still trade them. You can do whatever you want, because the idea of an unregistered security, I think, only exists in around 7 or 8 different countries around the world that basically have mimicked what the United States SEC was doing. But even those countries that have the idea of or the laws of an unregistered security have even announced that many of these currencies are, or many of these cryptos are actual currencies within their country. Not to be confused with legal tender. It's that this is a form of currency that is used online and can be swapped back and forth, and therefore it is legal within the country, but it is not legal tender, i.e. it will not replace the euro. However, it's still your property. So yeah, a crypto exchange that no one uses has delisted coins. Wow, I'm scared. That was crazy news. You can't really expect news like that every day because it's scary. Okay. All right, this is getting ridiculous. Okay, let's move on. Also sure, why not? Do what you need to. On the eve of his departure from office on the 28th of May, former Nigerian president, and that's a long name, signed the Finance Act of 2023 into law. The act introduces a series of tax reforms aimed at modernizing the country's fiscal framework. Among its provisions was the introduction of a 10% capital gains tax from the disposal or selling of of digital assets, including cryptocurrencies. The comprehensive legislation seeks to enhance fiscal transparency, boost revenue generation, and promote economic growth. Yeah, that's how you do it. You make sure that people get taxed so that money actually then goes to the government and is then hopefully used to actually build infrastructure. Recognizing the increasing prominence of digital assets, the act aims to impose a tax on cryptocurrencies. And I'll be completely honest with you, 10% is a lot better than 49%. What was that other weird crunchy that had 65%? Is better than 32%. 10% is not terrible. And I say that if that money is actually being used to build buildings and roads and houses and homes and infrastructure. If it's not, then shame on them. If that 10% does actually go to a good cause, then I honestly would not mind paying 10% if it meant I would live in a better country. By doing so, the Nigerian government seeks to create a level playing field to ensure digital asset holders contribute their share of taxes to the country's development. This indicates Nigeria's recognition of the growing influence and economic potential of digital assets. I believe that it is Nigeria who is the largest crypto hub within Africa. I'm pretty sure it's Nigeria. We've heard it many times. You can even Google it. Their crypto, I'm pretty sure it's Nigeria. Their cryptocurrency industry is quite large, and they are expected to be one of the top countries, not only in the future of Africa, but also kind of when it comes to the forefront of adopting cryptocurrencies. We've gone over this before. The countries who adopt these cryptocurrencies, who make sure that there are rules and regulation and proper levels of taxation, will be the richest countries on the planet. If you let people now know that they only have to pay a 10% tax, people will begin to accumulate these coins. What happens if we get to $1 million Bitcoin? Well, guess what, buddy boy? You're going to have a whole bunch of brand new millionaires within your country. These millionaires, even though they only pay a 10% tax, the rest of the money that they make, they're going to start investing in real estate and other projects and building up houses and homes and become landlords. The money that they make from the rent that they're getting will then go into other properties. And that's how you foster growth. So cool. This was actually popular news. I did not expect it to be, but this is also one of those under the radar news stories. It happens, it pops up. No one really cares unless they live in that country, regardless of how significant this actually might be. I say it all the time. Whenever we get news that says crypto is being taxed and or regulated and not banned in a country, this is, significant and wonderful for all of us. So yeah. Apparently, Nigeria is going to have a 10% tax on crypto. It is a lot better than 35% or 49%. I'll tell you that much. And yeah, let's move on. Also you know how when news is really popular and then you sit there and go, why was that popular? Well, this is one of those stories. A16Z, the cryptocurrency investment arm of venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz, has announced the launch of its first international office within London, less than a week after U.S. authorities took their most drastic action to date against the digital assets market. So basically, every single company has announced in some way that they are building or creating or starting an office in some other country because they're tired of the U.S.'s, excuse my French, BS. The firm said that the UK has the kind of transparent... It's not funny. It says the UK has the kind of transparent regulatory environment. That's all that it should ever be. Regulations, I'm not in the States. I should be able to go onto the internet and Google what are the rules and regulations of crypto within the United States, and they should pop up immediately. There should be no question as to something being transparent. It should literally just, be something that's accessible to everyone. So for them to have to say that the UK has transparent regulations, what? That's like being like, oh, I want to drink clear water. You want what? You want clear water? I don't know if we have that here. Necessary for the success of the cryptocurrency market. One that creates a leveled playing field for entrepreneurs while safeguarding consumers from fraud and manipulation. That's all we can ask for. That's literally, if we are going to have to deal with regulators, all we can ask for is that they give proper regulation to let companies know what they're doing. It's not that difficult. Like, it literally is not. Let people understand. You can even take a hard stance on crypto. Just let us know if we want to actually do business within your borders or not. It's quite simple. Moreover, while the United States and its ongoing crackdown on crypto were not specifically mentioned, the announcement comes exactly 1 month after A16Z Crypto released a State of Crypto report on the decline of crypto-related activity within the United States. Why would that be happening? Why would less people be doing? That's really weird. I seemingly can't figure it out. In which the company claimed that prohibiting rising business models or technologies lowered American values and takes innovation and employment somewhere else. It's called brain drain. Remember, we were talking about that before? The idea is that if people, I don't know if all of you know. So a couple of years ago, someone invented something. It was called an airplane. Yeah, about 5 years ago. It's brand new, crazy technology. Like some wizard throws you up into the air and takes you to the other part of the world. And a lot of people have realized that they can take this wizard plane, as I'm calling them, and they can take you to another country where you can not only gain residency, but work there, usually be taxed less, and you also know what you can do with your business. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah. Also, I think like 8 years ago, someone invented something called a train. A train is what it's called. And you sit on this train and it takes you other places. It is absolutely magical. You have to try it if you've never been on a train before. So yeah, a lot of companies, and this is what the interesting part always is, that we've been getting the Coinbase, Binance, Gemini also just moved to the UAE. And what's the other one? Kraken is also moving around as well, looking for new headquarters, because I'm pretty sure they're tired of the mess. I am telling you, this is all because they're trying to viciously pave the way for larger institutions, that is to say the BlackRock and the Fidelities, and we'll see exactly what ends up coming of it. So I care literally near zero about Andreessen Horowitz, as they have no immediate effect on my life, but I do tip my digital hat in their direction, for understanding that there are other places that exist on the planet, other places they can go and make money. And as such, I assume they will do financially just well in another place. So, yeah, that's the Andreessen Horowitz news. They're quite popular, but, it's also, sure, why not, whatever. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Also what? That's crazy. Touting its progressive stance on cryptocurrencies, a Hong Kong legislator has invited Coinbase and other crypto exchanges to establish operations within the region. You could have seen that one coming. Legislative Council member Johnny, I don't know the last name is just two consonants. I don't know. His name is Johnny. Took to Twitter to express support and assistance to all global virtual asset trading operators like Coinbase. He also hinted at potential stock listing opportunities. The other company that was really popular here as well is that he specifically listed Coinbase and Binance when he was talking about them being able to establish a physical location within Hong Kong. And he also mentioned that there would be no issues with them also trying to go public within Hong Kong, which would also then, here we go, extend people within China to also have access to their platform as well. I want you to understand that. Hong Kong said in January they would be making cryptocurrency regulations. On the 1st of June, Hong Kong had cryptocurrency regulations. They saw and see what the US SEC has been doing to the cryptocurrency space within the United States, and they wasted no time in announcing, you can move over here, you can establish your company here, and you can also go live on our stock exchange. Yeah, see how regulation should work. This comes after the recent United States Securities and Exchange Commission lawsuit against significant industry players, Binance and Coinbase. Contrary to the, it says contrary to the cautious stance. No, it's not a cautious stance. It's corruption. It is blatant, outright corruption from the SEC. It says of several Western countries towards cryptocurrencies, Hong Kong has embraced a proactive approach because they know how to make money. In January 2023, Hong Kong's Financial Security Paul Chan, secretary, declared the government's dedication to establishing a strong ecosystem for crypto and fintech. Do you remember my skepticism? In January, when we first had this news, I was like, there's no way. I said there is no way Hong Kong is going to make regulation in 6 months, and there's no way that they're going to actually allow crypto within their borders. Look at me now. Subsequently, Hong Kong has been diligently formulating regulations and implementing compliance measures to nurture the expansion of the cryptocurrency industry. And here's the tweet right here. And they got all these like fancy big buildings and all these lights as well. So yeah. Absolutely wonderful. I am certain with how large the market is within Hong Kong and also within China right above them, we are probably going to hear, I give it 2 or 3 months when all the paperwork has been filed. I assume Binance got someone on that plane before this tweet was even sent out. They were literally already on their way. Coinbase will do the same, and I don't care for them either, but I hope that Gemini also gets some regulatory approval in Hong Kong as well, because I feel like they deserve it. The Gemini twins have been so nice to regulators over a 10-year period, only to have their toes stepped on. So I still believe quite heavily that the cryptocurrency market is going to be dominated by Asia next year. It is all but a given. Hong Kong has regulation, as does South Korea and Japan. They are going to take over the market, and people are not prepared, but we'll get there when the time comes. That's the Hong Kong got regulation in 6 months. Clear regulations. They're transparent for everyone. And they basically told the companies who the US SEC has kicked to the side, hey, come over here. You can make money within our borders. That's the Hong Kong news. And yeah, let's move on. So I'm giving you this because this belongs in stupid news, and I literally don't know where else to actually put this. French luxury fashion house Louis Vuitton has announced its first NFT collection. Yeah, look at that. With each iconic trunk-turned digital collectible coming with a price tag of around $42,000 US. You heard that correctly. Louis Vuitton is going to be launching an NFT. It is going to be one of their trunks, you know, the famous gigantic ones that you see like all the rich people traveling with in movies, as an NFT, and it's going to cost $42,000. You think that's the crazy part, but it's not. According to Vogue Business, the fashion giant has prepared a collection of phygital, that is physical and digital, the word is smashed together, treasure trunks. These NFTs will also serve as access passes to future products, experiences, and the community of holders. There will be several hundred trunks available, each costing around 39,000 euros, roughly around 42,000 American. Here's the best part. Clear my throat for this one. Their owners will not be able to sell them, nor will they ever be able to gift them to someone else. They also can't be returned. I feel like I want to say that once again. The trunks, you will not be able to sell them or gift them at all, and they cannot be returned. Yep, you heard that correctly. These are soul-bound tokens. For those of you who don't know what a soul-bound token is, it is probably one of the more dystopian things that's come out of the cryptocurrency space in the last couple of years. It was invented by none other than Vitalik Buterin, who said a couple of years ago, this was a year or two ago or something, he had the idea to create a new token that basically followed you everywhere. It was kind of, it's soul-bound, in that it is bound to you and only to you forever. His proposal for it was a form of digital identification that you could essentially take with you around on the internet. So like sometimes when you're trying to sign into a website and it's like, hey, enter your so-and-so, enter your blah, 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 and you don't feel like doing that, the token would automatically fill in all your data because it would be you as you travel throughout the interwebs. So that's basically what the idea of this is supposed to be. It is a trunk, a digital trunk, that you cannot put things inside because it is digital, and will cost you $42,000, and you can never sell it. It is soul bound. It only belongs to you and never anyone else. Now you understand why I said this belongs in stupid news. See, it makes a lot more sense now. See, we're all on the same exact page. A lot of other companies are going to try to do this. And I think the wildest part is that people are going to buy this. The only thing that would make this worth it is if there were airdrops. Louis Vuitton is, for those of you who don't know, Louis Vuitton is one of the, if not the, I want to say one of the fashion brands on the planet that never does discounts. This is why they're so, pinky in the air. It has to do with the fact that they are the company known for never giving a discount and also never giving away free gifts. There will never, unless they surprise me, there will never be an airdrop for this ever. So you are spending $42,000 on a digital trunk that you can never give to anyone. I want you to understand that. You can't leave this to someone as a legacy. You can't go, okay, I'm 118. Here's this digital trunk. It is yours and only yours forever. And this is why it's called stupid news. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. I do hope that you have all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantasticals. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.